But the Memphis Grizzlies this year, I've been high, similar to the Cleveland Cavaliers, on this team for the past couple of years, especially because of Jaren Jackson Jr., John Moran, of course. This team is 17-8, second in the Western Conference, man. I'm just impressed with this team because they have missed John Moran at times. They missed Jaren Jackson Jr. at times. And it's like we've seen all the injuries. I remember they played the Warriors a couple years ago in 2022, where it's like, okay, if Ja doesn't break his hand, what is the course of this series? Maybe that changes the course of history. Maybe
I think that was the Lakers he broke his hand against.
Was it the Lakers? Yeah, it was the Lakers. I think he did it against
round
the Warriors.
He tried to take a charge in AD.
Yeah.
Not dug on AD took a charge, but yeah, that was great. Yeah, I think they probably, and I think somebody else got hurt too. Another big man got hurt or wasn't available for the series. What was it, Clark or Steven Adams got hurt?
I think it was Brandon Clark and Steven Adams that were both out.
Yeah, so that team was really depleted. Like
they've just been hit with the injury bug throughout their postseason history. And John Moran, of course, with the suspension, and then he had the shoulder injury last year, which took him out. But this team's clicking on all cylinders, man, and has so much production and so much depth. Kind of playing like the Spurs, keeping a lot of their guys down under 30 minutes is what I'm looking at right now. Santi Aldama, Jalen Wells, Scottie Pippen Jr., Jay Huff. They just keep having these guys come out the woodwork, and it's like, who are these guys that come out and play well for them? John Moran has come back with a vengeance this season. Had a crazy tomahawk dunk against the Boston Celtics, which was crazy. Remnants of Vince Carter against the Pacers all those years ago. But I'm impressed by this team, and I've been high on them the past couple of years. And right now, looking in the West, I think it's them. I think it's OKC, and I think it's the Mavs who are picking up steam recently in the past couple of weeks. But what are your thoughts on Memphis right now?
Because I think Memphis is currently third or second in the West right now.
I believe they're second.
Yeah. And then Mavs are third. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Like they kind of like they have that grind. It might not be the grindhouse like it used to be, but they still have that mentality. That dog in them. I love that. I love watching them play. Salute to John Morant for coming back, focus this year after everything he's been through the last couple of months or a couple of years, whatever. So that's good. That team is going to be a tough out in the Western Conference, man. As long as they can stay relatively healthy. I like what they see. I saw against Boston too. Like those are, even though you're saying Boston was playing like 5 games, 7 nights, but to go in Boston and get a victory against that team, I think everybody should wear that as like a badge of honor, I would say, in today's NBA. Considering how that damn near virtually unbeatable TD Garden.
Especially because Taylor Jenkins, their coach, that has been great for the past couple of years. Leaving Drew Holiday open in the corner all those times, I'm just like, what the hell's going on? And then Drew wasn't hitting on consistently. I was like, damn. But maybe that's a blueprint against Boston. Take it what you can. Slow down Derek White, slow down Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and leave Drew Holiday to kind of, hey, if you score 50 and beat us, go ahead. But just the dynamic of Memphis, I just wanted to say Dallas and Houston are tied for third in the Western Conference right now, both at 16-8. But looking at Memphis, it's just like I just love what they're doing. The style of play with John Moran, Jaren Jackson Jr. is playing tremendously. He's knocking down his shot as well. Marcus Smart just came back, but they have guys, Jalen Wells, who got into the starting lineup, who's a rookie, second-round pick. He has been impressive and a revelation for Memphis this year as well. Scottie Pippen Jr., who was on the Lakers, Jay Huff, who was on the Lakers, sorry to bring this up to you, are playing really well for the Memphis Grizzlies, man, and really paying dividends. Like these guys are getting real minutes, getting double-digit minutes. Zach Edey's, who's been productive as a rookie as well. So just looking at what Memphis is doing in that Western Conference where people probably didn't think they were going to step up to this degree, to be second in the Western Conference this early in the season, kudos to the Memphis Grizzlies, man. I love what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it'll be a tough off for anybody in the Western Conference. With their style of play, like as the game slows down and games called way more. They let the players play and be a little bit more physical. You can get away with more. So they'll be a tough out if they keep this up. They'll be a tough out for anybody in the postseason.
Absolutely. All right.